Hi everyone, just getting the picture right, I think that's it. This is Amanda Ellis of amandaellis.co.uk, Facebook page, Angelic Celestial Colours. I've got lots of lovely incense smoke swirling around me, just purifying the energy and the air, and I think we all need a bit of that at the moment, don't we? It's been a crazy start to 2017. A lot is changing, and I know a lot of people are feeling a bit unsettled and also in fear at the moment. So we're going to try and address that in this video, and we're also going to look at the energy of the month ahead, February, with some guidance for you in your personal lives as well, okay? So those of you that haven't watched me before, I channel through Archangel Metatron's energy. I work with colours and the energy of light. So let's get to it. Before we pull some cards and just channel through the energies, I was looking at the astrology of this month ahead, and I think that there are two things I particularly want to pull out of it. The first thing that struck me as a challenging aspect that maybe we need to all work with is that we have Mars in Aries for the whole month ahead. And Mars is that sort of warlike, go ahead, sometimes without thinking type energy, and Aries is quite a strong sign as well for it to be in. So it feels as though there's quite a lot of volatility coming up in the collective this February, and the guidance really from Archangel Metatron is that we all need to really keep a cool head this month, okay? So this is not a month to go seeking confrontation. It's not a month where if your buttons are pushed or that others are being confrontational with you, for you to answer back and defend your corner for the sake of doing so. It's rather a month where we are really just asked to hold the peace and to really go to that still silent place within ourselves, whilst around us there are a lot of just headless chickens, you know, that people just running around not knowing what they're doing. We don't want to be one of them. We don't need to add to that. We don't need to add to this fiery energy. We actually need to counteract it from a place of balance and steadiness and groundedness too. So whatever you need to do to get yourself in that state, whether it is walking in nature, whether it is in daily mindfulness practice, whether it's upping the amount of meditation that you are doing, and that's meditation that I said, not medication. It's really important to just find whatever the answer is for you, okay? So yeah, we've got Mars in Aries all through the month, and we've also got a really powerful solar eclipse on the 26th of February, which I suspect as we get nearer to it, I might put another video out, but again, just feels a bit volatile and something to watch really. So this is a month to be very mindful of our emotions, to be very mindful of how we are treating others, to count to 10 before speaking sometimes, to try to practice forgiveness in our everyday lives, to try to seek some moments of solitude. Whilst around you, you may have a very busy life, there may be a lot going on, but solitude it feels like it's going to be quite important this month as well. And even if you can only grab 5 minutes of it a day, just to sit in solitude, ask Archangel Metatron to come in, it's really going to help counteract these other energies that are at play, wanting to sort of disrupt our natural rhythm and flow this month. All is not lost though. You can see behind me I've got this new painting, okay, which is the Egyptian Ankh. It's tied into a new spray that I've made, which is this one. And this is the energy of hope, okay? So this is hope, and you can apply that to any situation really where you feel hopeless, whether it is in the world at large, whether it's something very personal to you. I have to say this has been flying off the shelves. I apologise if you have sent me messages and I haven't got back to you. I've never known anything like the orders that are coming in for this new spray, and I'm struggling to keep up with it. So it's all good, but if anybody is watching this in the Bournemouth area and they're near to me and they would like some sort of part-time job to be coming in at least, I don't know, 3-4 times a week probably, to pack bottles, post, I'm interested in hearing from you. So my address is amandaellisinfo@gmail.com. Sorry, I just had to say that. But, you know, this is a really powerful energy. I'm actually going to make a separate video on this because I have channeled through a new meditation linked into this powerful symbol and also the colour olive. So we're not going to do that in this video, but I will just put it around me to help me tune in to the cards that we're about to pull. So let's all have some hope as we go into this new month. Let's hope that it brings greater peace and joy into our life. Let us ask Archangel Metatron to bring the light into parts of our life that need it the most. Let us ask Archangel Metatron to bring resolution into relationships that are challenging to us. Let us ask for hope in all of the places where we feel troubled, and also hope into all parts of our body which feel in pain, have given up, or are in turmoil in any shape or form. Okay, so with that intention for February, let's pull some cards here. I'm going to use the deck that I've been using this morning, and this is the 5th tarot deck that you've seen me use before. I like their grounded energy at the moment. I think it's really important that we stay grounded this month, and some of us are struggling to do that. So when you know that you're feeling floaty, you need to counteract that, okay? You need to get outside, you need to earth yourself. And Gaia, of course, is our greatest teacher there. So let's start with 5 months. 5 months, 5 cards for February. Okay, I'm going to stop there. The first card we get is this one, which is the card of the universe. Okay. The second card is spontaneity. The third card is enrichment. The fourth card is the shaman. Not surprised to see that one. I'll tell you why in a bit. The fifth card is this one. Now we had that last time, so I'm going to pull another one for that. That's solar plexus energy. Doesn't mean that we ignore the message of the card, it's just that I know that came up last time. So that's an energy that's tiding over from January, it feels. We need to stay in our I amness. We've got the Lovers card. I thought that might come up with Valentine's Day this February. So we might pull another couple of cards with regard to the Lovers, actually. And the one on the bottom of the pack is the Moon, which is confusion. Well, it's lots of things, but that's just one aspect that I was tuning into as I was pulling that. And yeah, we'll look at that towards the end. Let's look at these first 5 cards here. In fact, I need another one, don't I? Because I'm not going to say the same thing with regard to that 10 of Feathers card, because I've already done that in another video. We're going to have this card, ooh, which came upside down, interestingly. Okay, right. First card, Universe, Major Arcana. This is the start of a new cycle. How many times do I say that? I know I say it a lot, but this really does feel as though we are being asked to complete something. I mean, I actually feel it's already completed for many of us, but if it hasn't, it feels as though this is the month where completion may happen. I have been really hearing a lot about this year, 2017, as being a year of destiny. And what that really means is that if we are supposed to be doing something or be with somebody or behaving in a certain way, or living in a certain way, and for whatever reason that hasn't yet come in. Maybe we've been stalling, maybe we have been frightened to take that step forward. It feels as though this is a year of destiny. You know, it's the Wheel of Fortune year, it's fate moving us on. And so therefore it feels as though for some of us, February may well be the breakthrough month where things really start to shift forward. And they shift forward often when there has also been a completion of something. You know, we can't get to that new phase of the cycle without the old one ending. But this is a very, very positive card. You can see the energy of that as I put it up to the screen. We've got the energy of crystal, very much highlighted, and also the kingdom of stone. And then we have the element of light and the sun as well. Well, and the earth, actually, from the grass. It's reminding me of Stonehenge, where actually I'm going to be going over half term. And I'm also taking a small group of people. I'm taking up to teacher's level there in April as well. I'm really being called to the ancient stones. We've got the quartz crystal along the bottom of the card. Again, this message of purification coming through. Very, very important to keep your mind as clear as you can, your thoughts as pure as you can, your intentions as pure as you can, to clear away from your life people that are lowering your energy, people that you don't resonate with anymore, habits that you don't resonate with anymore, behaviours that you don't resonate with anymore, anything that is basically the opposite of clarity. And actually I'm pulled to show you this card that came in an upside down position with that. And this is the card of the divine blueprint, okay? It shows the chakra system basically. But what it's saying to me, the fact that they've both, I'm linking both of these together, is that for a lot of us, our chakra system, which is the energy centres in our physical body, are really out of balance at this time. And need to be corrected. So whether you are correcting that with, for example, colour sprays, that's what I'm using, obviously it's what I do here with Metatron, whether you're using crystals, whether you're using affirmations, whether you are breathing in colour, breathing in the light to your body, bringing in the white light, whether it's hands-on healing, whatever it is you're doing, there's a need to really look at your chakra system this month. And I'm also being told, because it's upside down, Metatron is saying, can we actually literally turn upside down our thinking with regard to our chakra system, okay? And those of you that have done training with me know what I'm talking about here, which is the belief that as we upgrade in light and as we continue on our ascension path, the vibrations that our chakras need for healing and upgrade are also changing. So some of the traditional colours that we've always had aren't necessarily what we always need anymore. It doesn't mean that they're redundant, it just means that there are new colours, there are new vibrations, there are new energies that want to come into the third eye. And I just said third eye, and I was actually about to say chakras, so it's the third eye in particular. And I think why that came out was because the traditional colour for the third eye is an indigo colour, and within the Metatron range it's quartz, okay, it's the colour of the diamond, and so it's turning it all on its head. But as I say, I do think there's upgrade coming to our third eye this month. You know, we need to be very clear this month in terms of what is truth and what isn't, because there is so much fakeness out there, whether it's fake news, something Metatron talked about in December, whether it is in fake people, whether it is in belief systems that are fake. You know, it's to do with what is truth to you, and your truth is unique to you. It doesn't belong to anybody else. It's your truth, and it's a month to really find that. But there's definitely work to do within our chakra system. And then we can bring in this new cycle. It's a bit like okay, the analogy I'm getting is, if we use the analogy of starting a new job, for example, okay, we've ended one job and we're about to start a new one. What we don't tend to do, or what isn't ideal to do, is to go in to your new job in your old shabby suit, with your old worn out shoes, your battered old briefcase, and with a mindset that is still negative about the old job that you have just let go of. And so what you actually do when you go into a new job, ideally, is you get yourself a nice, smart new suit, you polish up your shoes, you get yourself sorted, basically, for the new journey that is about to begin. And that's what we're being asked to do. We're being asked to actually clean out our house. And our house here, we talked in January about rearranging our physical home, moving furniture around the home, shaking up the energy in the home. This feels now it's about shaking up the energy in our physical bodies. We're being pummeled the whole time, really, by many energies that are coming into our physical body, whether it's through geopathic stress, whether it is through solar flares, whether it is through cosmic energy coming down, whether it is through integration of new higher masters that want to work with us. And it's as though they all need to sort of settle into place this month. And I feel that the Metatron energy is going to be really good to help us do that. And I've got 2 sprays sitting here that I'd just like to use now to help us with that, which are complete opposites, okay? And it feels like they bring that balance back to our body. One, and they're both elemental sprays. One is the Cosmos. It's the Metatron Cosmos spray. Excuse my horrible nails still. They are getting better, but they're not quite there. Metatron Cosmos. And then we've got Metatron Earth, okay? So I'm going to spray these, and I want you just to tune in to the energies of them as well, okay? I'm just going to take my glasses off so they don't get covered in the oil. So let's spray the Cosmos. I want you to link into your crown. I want you to also link into the space above your head, your higher chakras, and just feel this very beautiful, gentle lavender energy flowing down from the higher realms, flowing down from the wider cosmos, just flowing into your body. And that beautiful lavender light is bringing in fresh new energy. It's also purifying and transmuting any old energy that you no longer need. And just allow that to settle in your body. It's an intelligent energy. It knows where it needs to go. And then we're going to spray the earth. Now, I'm putting it here, but actually, of course, we're actually taking it down into our knees, our ankles, our feet, and into Mother Earth itself. And I'm seeing a dual colour energy here. I'm seeing this beautiful copper brown overlaid with the lavender. And they actually settle within your body. So you have these 2 beautiful energies, and then what happens is they just start to merge into each other until we get the beautiful infinity symbol coming through. And we have that merging again of the grounded energy through our body and the cosmos energy also just starting to flow down. And I'm seeing 3 figures of 8. This beautiful earthy energy, which goes to earth, but it also comes up. It flows down. And I'm seeing the lavender cosmos energy also flowing down, but then equally flowing up. And then that just becomes almost like a beautiful cocoon in the aura. And these 2 very balanced colours, they feel really perfect for our month ahead. And they intrigue me a little bit, actually, because, as you know, I've trained in a system called colour mirrors, which are these dual coloured oils. I've showed you these before, but there is no dual coloured bottle that's got these 2 that I've just put together. So it's like the lavender and the violet of spirit And then we've got the brown earth. As above, so below. That's what our body needs to know. As above, so below. Okay, moving on to the other cards. We then have the card, we've had this before, spontaneity. I think that is almost, it's so important for this year that we are spontaneous. We can't be sluggish this February, okay? Even if you're in the midst of winter like we are here in the UK and it's grey and foggy, although today's not so bad, but it has been. Somehow we've got to feel spontaneous. We've got to wake up every day and it's like, what am I doing today? We need that spring in our step, you know, spontaneity. When were you last spontaneous? When did you wake up and just because it was, I don't know, sunshine, you decided to go out and have a picnic, or you went out on a boat, or, you know, and actually even the last week here it was thick fog and I was spontaneous. I thought I need to go to the beach today, and I very rarely go to the beach even though I live really near it. I'm really naughty like that. I just don't go as much as I should, but the fog made me, you know, it was like a spontaneous thing. I listened to my body, I did it. Be spontaneous this month. Enrich yourselves, nourish yourselves, look after yourselves. It's a difficult, challenging world at this moment. There's no getting away from that. It's hard. It's difficult out there. But we can do this. You know, these are the times we were born for. But it's not just the warrior energy that's needed at the moment. It's also this very soft, gentling, nurturing energy that is needed as well. So make sure you nurture yourself. Again, when was the last time you did that? You know, be soft with yourself. Don't be judgmental with yourself. We've got the shaman card coming through here. Shaman, however you pronounce it. Let's just put him up to the camera, okay? And I'm not doing many sessions at the moment with people because I just haven't got the time, but I have done a few sessions this week, and the shamanic energy is coming through very, very strongly. And it's a beautiful merging with Metatron's energy. It's the angelic and it is the shamanic energies working together. It's what we started last year with the elemental workshops with Metatron. What's he holding here? He's holding he's got incense going on, which is what I've got right beside me now. Purification, also offering up prayers to spirit. He has got the feathers. He's got a talking stick. I talked about that to somebody today. He's got the owl. Okay, the owl, so important. Let me just bring in my picture that was done for me this weekend. This is my owl. Can you see that? Okay, you'll have seen this if you're on my Facebook page. But this is an animal totem for me at the moment, but I'm sharing it with you because I feel that it'll give you strength to see that as well. The point about this owl is that it can see in the dark, it can see in the light. It also is about being able to see the far future, you know, being able to see into the horizon, and having the key to be able to do that. It's also in full flight, you know, and I think sometimes we need to remember that, you know, we're not just starting off our path. We've been on it a while now. You know, we are wiser than we think we are. We have more to give than we think we do. We judge ourselves all the time, don't we, against other people, and it's time to stop doing that. So the owl is there very much as a totem for all of us in February, and it does feel as though it's coming through because it's helping us to see the light in the darkness that is around us. And also it's very much about seeing life from a higher perspective as well. Also drawn to the figures in the back there, linking into ancestors, linking into all the help that you've got basically, not just from the spirit world, not just from the shamanic world, but from your ancestors as well. There is so much support out there for you at this moment in time. Right, let's move on to love. Okay, so we're into February, we're into Valentine's Day on the 14th. I think it's a bit hyped up myself, personally. I really do, you know, because at the end of the day, do we need one day in the year to tell the person we love that we love them? No, we should be doing it every day of the year. You shouldn't have to wait for a day to do that. And I think a lot of Valentine's Day nonsense is actually about show, and it's about ego, which is the opposite of love, you know. I've said this before, but I remember when I used to work up in London, and years ago, and on Valentine's Day you'd get on the tube and it would almost be a competition in terms of who's got the biggest bouquet of flowers. You know, it's all that rubbish. It isn't about that. Let's look at Valentine's Day this year differently. Let's try and view it in terms of unconditional love. Love for ourselves actually as well. Love that the divine has for us as well. Stop looking for the perfect partner who is going to tick every single box. Stop what do I want to say about this? What I want to say with this is that sometimes we just go on an eternal search, don't we, for true love? And sometimes that true love can be right underneath your own nose, you know. It can be with the person that you're with, or it can be with an existing relationship. It's about deepening whatever you have going on around you at this time. I'm going to pull a couple of cards that go with that. I know we had the moon, and I don't know when the moon phases are in February. I haven't actually looked in my diary. Although no, I can't do it. My camera is underneath it. Still haven't got my tripod. I'm going to pull another card that goes with that. I've got the Lovers, the Moon. What goes with those two? So thinking about love this February, Metatron, what's the message that we need? Love, relationships, romance. Oh, okay. That one, and then one more. That's our shamanic friend wanting to help us. There's a card in here that I also wanted just to pick out. It hasn't come through. I know that's not the way you're supposed to do it, but it's one that I want to pull out to show you as well, because it also ties into the sexual aspect of life as well. Where is it? Not even there. Is it on the bottom of the deck? No. It's this one. Okay. Right. We've got... There's four in particular I want to talk about. Love, relationships. Okay. So we have the Lovers. Okay. We have the Moon. We have Justice, and we have the one that I've just cheated on, which is creativity. But to me, this is a sexual card. Lovers and the Moon together. What's the Moon about? Think about the Moon. The Moon is about our emotions, isn't it? And things get heightened at moons, full moons. People go a bit crazy, lunar madness. It feels a heightened month, you know, not just because it's Valentine's Day. It feels a heightened month for relationships generally. It's almost as though anything that's going on in relationships that is maybe difficult is going to be highlighted by the moon, by the phases of the moon. Our emotions are going to be heightened. There's a sense of vulnerability coming through here, a rawness. I'm feeling it in my heart as well, but I know it's not just my stuff, it's a collective thing that's out there. It's as though we're really exposed, you know. How do we really feel? How do we love? Are we loved? Who do we love? What type of love are we searching for? But none of this is superficial. None of this is about the chocolates and the flowers, however nice they may be to receive. This is about the deep union that we really crave and that we seek. And the Justice card that comes in as well with these three energies is asking us to weigh up what we have at this moment in time, to weigh up the balance of give and receive, to weigh up the masculine and the feminine, or, you know, if you're in a same-sex relationship, again, just balancing out the energies of give and receive, balancing out the male and female within ourself. Also decision time for some people. You know, again, I talked about this being a year of destiny. Maybe February, for some people, for some relationships, it's going to come to a head and decisions have to be made. And that also brings in legality as well. It can be separation, divorce. It doesn't have to be, but, it can be. Or it can just be a rearrangement, Equally, it's a time, I feel, where some people have been in relationships for a while and maybe are thinking about marriage as well, or settling down, committing to each other in that way. Maybe some of you are actually thinking of recommitting to your partner, retaking marriage vows. This energy, the one of fire, the sexual energy that I put here as well, comes into play as well. It feels as though it's a month where the Kundalini energy wants to rise, basically. It's that, but again, it's raw passion, really. That's what it feels like, raw passion, and needs that are there, that need to be met. Let's pull another card with that. I've got cards all over the place now, so hold on. Need to put them back together again. Metatron is also talking about this month in terms of love. Think about the patterns that you have inherited from your parents. Have you always gone for the type of partner that you saw as a father or a mother? And we do that subconsciously. It's as though traits that we saw in our parents, we tend to be attracted to in some shape or form. Do they still work for you, or don't they work for you? If they don't, change it. But look at the patterning. Look at why you're attracted to particular people. What is it about that person that attracts you? Are you still attracted to them? Well, it feels like a passionate month, because the card that goes with this one, the one of fire, is the 9 of fire, which is flow. Okay, so it feels as though, but it's not just about passion being inflamed. It's also about passion being out of control for some as well. So, the challenging aspect of that is lust and desire, which is out of balance. It feels like a very... I'm going back to this card, actually, that was one of the cards we started with. It feels as though the chakra system is out of balance for a lot of us. And of course, that can also be related to the base chakra and the sacral chakra, which are about this sexual energy, either being, non-existent or being too much. It needs to be brought back into balance in some way. Okay, so that's the message on love coming through. I would like to end, I think, by spraying the Hope Spray again and just seeing what comes through for us this February. Okay. And just breathe into that. Allow that olive energy just to flow into you as well. Feel the gentleness of it. The refinement of it. And Metatron is saying, hold the highest vision for yourself this coming month. Hold the highest vision of what you believe you can achieve. Hold the highest vision of the relationship you are in or the relationship you wish to attract. Hold the highest vision for the best possible outcome for any problem that you have. Hold the highest vision for your children and those that you care for. Hold the highest vision for the world. It's about holding that highest vision this month. It's about not getting into the lower vibrational energies that are around, and it's reaching for the best. And I think that's why Valentine's Day's come into this, because it really isn't about the fluff and the big pink fluffy bunnies. It's about being able to look somebody in the eye and be able to say to them, I love you, and to mean it. And if you don't mean it, or something isn't right, we have the Justice card that's asking you to really think properly about where you're going. Are the changes that need to be made? It feels as though by the time we get into spring, guys, I'm talking here in the UK, so a few months' time, the energy is a lot calmer, but I'm not sugarcoating it. This month feels a bit up and down. So remember what Metatron said, keep a cool head, keep centered, keep grounded, maintain your chakra system, look after it, look after yourself, exercise, eat well, don't drink too much, don't take anything that's going to put you off balance, and know that he is with you, and know that he is holding the highest vision for you, your life and this world at this time. Namaste, everybody. I will be back in touch soon, and the next time you see me online, I will have this beautiful new meditation linked into the Ankh symbol behind me and the olive. Bye-bye for now.